Good day, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of I just burped up what tasted kind of like rotten eggs. Body doesn't like when I eat an entire bag of singing canary hemp seeds. It doesn't like it. So today we're going to drink a beer. We're going to drink a beer from over here. Down here, some other beers. Might actually do one of those after this one. Actually, you know what? Let's do this guy. This is sent to me from Steve. Thank you very much, Steve. I can't actually make out what this is supposed to be. Mostly because I am blind and all. Even that close to my face, I can't do it. I just can't do it. I have nothing near me to help me read it either. Oh well. Anyway, this is Bodhisattva from Parallel 49 Brewing. This was from the Advent calendar. This was day 9. Thank you very much, Steve, for sending it out. It has the same label basically as the Sati did. Slightly different, but yeah, I can't make out what that says it is. Do we have anything on here? You still haven't found out what beer is all about, have you? It's a state of will, a place where you lose yourself and find yourself. You don't know it yet, but you got it right here. That complex and fruity little hand says it's time to rock and roll. Okay. Over on the other side, anything? No. Best served at 6 degrees Celsius. IBU 10. Okay. So it's probably going to be a fruit beer or a light beer or something. What's the ABV? 7.5. Okay, so it's not a light beer. Okay, so we're going to pop it open. We're going to pour it into the glass. It is about 6 degrees. I mean, I took it out of the fridge. My fridge is set at 5. The beer fridge, well, I have 2 beer fridges. The review fridge is set at 5, which is also the keg fridge. And I took it out about 20 minutes ago. So I would say it's pretty close to what they're telling me to serve it at. There we go. So there it is again. Bodhisattva 7.5. Okay, a little bit of haze to it. Kind of has that wheat beer look to it up here. A little bit of haze. Down here it's crystal clear. Up here, not so much. A little bright white head. Smell. Okay, this is intriguing. Lemon, lots of lemon, fairly sour scent on here. Lemon, apple, pear. Lemon, apple, pear, and a bit of like barnyard funk. It almost smells like it's a Brett beer, but I don't think it is. Like, I can't read that at all. I know nothing about it, but it kind of has that, like, and there are other yeasts that do it as well, but it kind of has that just barnyardy funk to it. Frank, what are you doing? Let's try the beer. Cheers. Very vinous. Very vinous. It has a very apparent, like, grape quality to it. It has a slight tartness. and a very, very drying finish. It kind of reminds me of a... it's going to sound weird saying this because I actually don't mind the taste of this beer, but the best description I can give for it is like a low-end cider. And I'm not saying that because it's a bad beer or anything, but well, not most, but a lot of low-end ciders will have white grape juice and stuff put in it to be a filler. And it's not going to really affect the taste as much as it's just going to give it a vinous quality. And that's what this is reminding me of, is like a low-end cider that way, because there is that apple taste. There's a beautiful citrus taste that's sitting on the back of my palate right now, but it comes on strong as very vinous and tart with a bit of apple, and then that citrus flavor sits on the back of my palate, and it's more like the citrus flavor isn't like an orange or anything. It's like I sucked a lime almost. But the beer is 7.5% alcohol, and that makes it very, very dangerous. Mostly because I could probably put back like 12 of these without even realizing I'm drinking beer. And stand up after that, fall over, piss my pants, and wake up in my... well, hopefully wake up in my own urine and not having puked and died, because this is one of those type of beers that if you weren't careful, if you weren't thinking about what you're doing, you could really overdo it really quickly. I like the dry finish, especially of this. I mean, you get that slight tart, like I said, and then the fruit flavors come through. And you finish with that citrusy lime taste sitting on the back of your palate, but the rest of your palate has turned into dryness and nothing else, which makes you want to take another sip. And it's not building, it's not anything like that. I don't know what this beer is. I just know it's tart and it's fruity, and I really, really fucking like it. I don't know if that's what it's supposed to taste like. I don't know anything, because I can't for the life of me make that out. Oh, dry hopped sour. Okay, that makes sense then. This is just out of nowhere. I got hopped in the second word. I could pick out the P's and the D. So I mean, my mind just started putting it together. And yeah, dry hopped sour. Okay, 7.5% alcohol dry hop sour. I guess so. It's fruity. It's slightly tart. I mean, to call this a sour right off the bat, I don't know if I would go with that, because it's not all that sour, but I didn't know that until just now, so I don't care. I'm going to go with the way it tasted right now, and that is that I really, really enjoyed it, and I really, really want to drink more, and at 7.5% alcohol, I could see myself get drunk on this fairly easily. I'm going to give this beer an 8.5 out of 10. I actually really enjoy this. Now, if I'm looking at it as a sour, you know, putting it in stuff like... well, there's lots of sours out there. I mean, you got your sour stouts like Whiny Bastard and the brewery stuff and all that, and you have stuff like Duchess de Bourgogne and stuff like that. This does not touch those, but it's a very good beer as long as you're not drinking this thinking that this is going to be super sour. Yeah, it has some tartness to it, but that's about it. It has some tartness to it. So yeah, out of 10 on this, I'm going to give it an 8.5 out of 10, with an asterisk saying if I had known that this was a full-on sour going into it, it would have probably gotten less. So I mean, this was almost a blind taste test because I couldn't read it. It was just lucky that I picked it up. You know why I've been sitting on this until February? Because every time I picked it up, I couldn't make out what it said it was. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to touch that. I don't have any clue what it is. But I don't care about... I go into as many reviews as I can, as blind as I can. So it didn't bother me all that much. It was just weird to me to do it. So thank you guys for watching. Have a wonderful evening. Cheers. Bye.